Hello.
Hello, Harold. How are you?
I'm
Oh,
good. I'm good.
you look like you're in Hawaii or something.
Just my shirt.
It's your turn.
Only the
Nice.
shirt.
It matches
I've
the
been,
painting in the back.
oh yeah. It's kind of Hawaii. Yeah. I've been to Hawaii, gosh, in many, many, many
Really?
years.
Uh,
Can't remember the last time I went. Maybe 12 years ago. I don't know. How
really?
about you?
It's so close. No, we've
Yes.
gone around 5, 6 times already.
Yeah. I went in the first time I went was 96. And then maybe about 10, 12 years ago, I went with the kids.
Wow.
I don't know. I just came back from Europe, so went all the way the other way. So
Where were you?
in Italy, the Amalfi Coast,
Yeah.
Capri.
You drove yourself or you went on a tour?
No, 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 no. You ever drive out? Have you been there?
I've been to Amalfi Coast.
Those
That's the one
winding
you find.
roads. Oh my
Yeah,
God!
yeah. That's when you know you whether you have a heart or not
I've
because it
I've wore
stops all the time.
I have to wear two sets of underwear.
Exactly.
We're in the car. We have a driver who picked us up, and he
Okay.
turns. We're sitting in the back. He turns around and starts chatting with us, and he's
Uh,
driving like there's a cliff and a bus is coming. So he's laughing. Oh, I've done this for 20 years. I can do it blindfolded. I said,
yeah.
don't start
Don't
that
don't
yet.
be toughness. All right, very
But
good.
he said the problem people have. People rent cars. They think
Right.
it's like normal driving,
No,
and
no,
they
no,
get
no.
petrified. They stop in the middle of the road. They can't move. They're so
Right.
great. They're so the fear. It's really nuts.
I heard that the Mark Shapiro tour to Spain
Yeah.
was outstanding.
Oh yeah, he's very good. Have you been on any of his?
I've been to one. Where did we go? We went somewhere in Europe.
Uh,
But
we did
I mean,
Portugal with him. We did what did we, Portugal. I did one other with him. It was also very very good.
yeah, a nice
And
group of people to go.
yeah, very nice people. A lot of Canadians.
Canadians.
We had some
Oh, good.
local
Okay.
people. He's very
Right.
knowledgeable. It's very good. It's like either you're seeing something or you're learning something.
Monday nights he gives a class on Tim.
Oh, he does. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock our time. No, yeah, 8 o'clock his time. So it's like 5 o'clock.
Oh, 5 o'clock. Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah,
You said Monday nights?
Monday nights.
Oh, I'm gonna check it out. Check it out.
So his latest thing is
What's his latest?
Hasidim and Misnagdim.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I know he has a hang up about Bachasidim.
yeah,
It
we
was always an
do.
argument on the bus. We went with Svika and Ernie and him,
Oh boy,
and
oh
the
boy.
three of them was in circles arguing, arguing,
Right.
arguing.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, he's a
Okay.
professor. He's a professor where at Scranton or
Scranton,
someplace.
University of Scranton. University of Scranton.
Yeah, I've been to Scranton. I didn't know they had a university.
Yeah. Well, ask Joe Biden.
I was just going to say that he doesn't remember.
He thinks his father was there. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. I knew Mark Shapiro. I remember. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. What's going to be?
He's got good stories.
That's true. That's true. There's Ernie.
Okay. Oh, let's go.
Hi, Ernie.
Hello.
Right. We're on 14, Yud Daled. We talked about the Sifrei, if you have a Sefer Torah and you have to leave space in the front and in the back. And if you come to cut it, you cut it. Now, the Gemara doesn't understand what do you mean? Who's talking about my Kamar? Who's talking about cutting anything? So, Achi Kamar. That means you finish, let's say you have 8 Nevi'im, Yoshua, Shoftim, Shmuel, Amlach, right? You have to finish one sefer on the bottom, start the new sefer on the top. If you didn't do that, you wouldn't be able to cut. Let's say you wanted to cut into individuals' form, you wouldn't be able to do it otherwise. Verimini, last year Akasha. You have to leave a page betchila sefer the sofer kedei logel in order to do golem. Now, what is kedei logel mai? I kedei logel amud. You want to be able to, roll the sefer to get to the Yomud you need. Well, then Kasha, the initial one, where we said you have to be able to leave a certain amount for Hakef in order to circumferentially surround the Torah with an empty blot. Ikdei lo galakef, Kasha Amud. You can't have them both ways. You can't have it both ways. Let's do it in Ketani. Each thing, you have to have a page in order to Galila, and you have to have a page to wrap at the end. Ravashi Amar Kitanya Ahi, the Sefer Torah. This is talking about the Sefer Torah Kitanya. Like when you have a Megillah Sester, you roll it from the beginning to the end. But Sefer, like when we bring our Megillah Sester to shul, it doesn't have two sticks holding it. You have one. But Sefer Torah Niglas Lamtsioso. A Sefer Torah is read from both sides and meet in the middle. So in those cases, you have to make a free space of page on either side. And this is the way the Soy from Yerushalayim used to do it. The height of a Sefer Torah should not be bigger than its circumference. And the circumference should not be bigger than its height. Shalos Rebbe, Shir Sefer Torah Kama. Armelan Bigvil, if you're using, hide, Shisha, 6 tvachim. And if you're using Beklaf, Bekama, any Odeh. Ravuna Kasav Shivin Sifrei Deraisa. Ravuna wrote 70 Sifrei Torah. Only one out of the 70 had these dimensions where the height was similar to the circumference. Ravacha Bar Yaakov Kosachad Amoshche de Igli. He wrote a Sefer Torah on the hide of calves. The Isramile, and that it worked out that the height was equal to the circumference. So Yomi Rabbanan Nayu. So because he was successful, Chachamim sort of looked at him jealously, v'nach nafsh, and he died, because if someone looks at you in that way, you can cause damage. Ormele Rabbanan Rav Nuna, cause of Ravami Arba Mea Sifrei Torah. Rav Armi in his life wrote 400 Sifrei Torah. Ormelu, well, that's a lot for one man. Dilma Torah Tivilana Moshe cause it. Maybe he wrote one pasuk, and you call it a Sefer Torah. Ormele Rav Razer, not to Rav Yanai Arba Mea Karmi. Statement was made that Rav Yanai planted 400 vineyards. Armele Dilma Shtaim Keneged Shtaim, maybe only 2 rows times 2 rows. Vachad Yotzizanav, that means that's the smallest vineyard that would be called a vineyard. So he didn't bring, he built small ones. Masri. Aron Shasa Moshe, the Aron HaKodesh that Moshe built, Amasayim v'chetzi arko v'ma v'chetzi rachbo v'ma v'chetzi komaso. And that's an amma bas shisha tvachim. There's a debate whether an amma is 5 tvachim or shisha tvachim. According to this approach, the amma is 6 tvachim. So therefore, the dimensions are 2.5, which is 15 tvachim, by 9 by 9. Right? The width is 9 and the height is 9. Orko is the length, Rochav is the width, and Kom is the height. Luchos Arkan Shisha, V'rachman Shisha. They were 6 long and 6 wide. The Avian Shloisha, they were 3 and 3 thick. And the Luchos were Menachos according lengthwise. They were lied length to length along the length of the Aron. So the Luchos, we said, were 6 and 6, it's 12. Kama luchos ochlos ba'aron shnei masar tvachim. Nishtayru sham shlosha tvachim. So there's 3 tvachim left. Same man, tefach chatzev l'kosel zeh v'chatzev l'kosel zeh. Half a tefach was the width of the wall itself. So nishtayru sham shnei tvachim. So there were 2 tvachim remaining, and there was a sefer Torah munach. Moshe Rabbeinu wrote a sefer Torah. It was 2 tvachim wide, and that's where they put the sefer Torah. Shenemar ein ba'aron rak shnei luchos avanim asher iniach sham Moshe. My ein ba'aron rak. That's 2 miuts. Miut achar miut. Ein miut achar miut al rabbis. What is it? Marbe sefer Torah shemunach ba'aron. Fine. Hirnasta aron la'archo. You filled the aron according to its length. Say uparnes aron la'archo. What about its width? Kama luchos ochlos ba'aron shisha tvachim. There were 6 tvachim wide, and the aron is 9. So nishtar sham shloisha. Well, same man tefach shechetzel b'kosel v'chetzel. Each, the wall of the aron was a half a tefach, so you left with 2. Nishtar sham shnei tefachai. If you don't leave some room, it would be hard to put in and take out the Sefer Torah. Rav Yehuda Oimer learns completely different. The Aron is ba'ama bas chamisha tfachim. The Amma was 5 tfachim. So therefore, the length of the Aron is 12.5. The width is 7.5. The height is 7.5. Haluchos arkan shisha v'rachban shisha v'avin shloisha. And munachos ba'arka shaloron. Kama luchos ochlos ba'aron shnei masar tvachim. We said the luchos were 6, so they lied them head to head, so 12. And we said the orach of the aron was 12.5. Shnei masar tvachim. Nishtayr sham chatzi tefach, which is 3 finger breadths. Sholosh etzba, and he held that the width of the aron was 3 finger breadths. So, and that's all you have. You don't have any room in. According to Yehuda, the Sefer Torah doesn't fit there. Pinasta aron la'arko, tzeu parnes aron la'rachba. What about the width? Kama luchos ogdos bar and shisha tvachim. The luchos take up 6, and we said the width was 7.5. So nishtayr sham tefach umechzel, it's 1.5 left, and the walls are chatzi tefach. Etzba mechzel l'koisel zeh ve'etzba umechzel l'koisel zeh nishtayr sham tefach shmo amudim oimdim. There were pillars of silver, like it says in Shir Hashirim, apiryon asolo amelech shlomo matzel vanon amudav asa kesef v'naso zahav merkavo gaman. The apiryon is referring to the aron. Then, argash sheshigru bo plishtim doron lelohe yisrael munach b'tzidim. When the plishtim sent back the aron after it wreaked havoc in their areas, they sent back a chest full of gifts. And this argaz was placed next to the aron, shenemar. Veskli azav asher eshvosim lo osam tasimu ba'argaz mitzido v'shilachtem oso v'halach. And on top of this chest, v'alav Sefer Torah munach. This is where Moshe's Sefer Torah was. Shenemar lakoch ha-Sefer Torah zeh v'samtem oso mitzad aron. It doesn't say put it in the aron, it says put them on the side. Mitzad munach v'lo b'soch. Mani mekayim ein ba'aron rak, but we learned before ein ba'aron rak is the mirach amir has to come to be marbe something. What is it marbe? The rabbi shivrei luchos shemunachim ba'aron. The broken pieces, along with the luchos, were in the aron. Now we can develop our kasha. Isal gedaitech Sefer Torah hekefa shisha tvachim. If a Sefer Torah is 6 tvachim circumference, vichte, kol sheyesh be kefa shlosha tvachim yesh bo rochav tefach. Using the circumference and the diameter of a circle, we know that the diameter will be a tefach if the circumference is 6. So if the circumference is, if the circumference is 3, because circumference is pi d or 2 pi r. So 2r is the diameter. So if it's 6 in circumference, then there's going to be 2 tefachs in the diameter. And kiven lemtsioso niglal, we said that the Sefer Torah is rolled in the middle. Nafish lemitrei tafcha. It's more than 2 tefachs, because Ravacha de Beni Beni, you have the space in between these 2 columns. Bitrei pushkei Yosef. The Rav Meir only had 2 tefach to put the Sefer Torah in. Here it's more. On Rav Achabar Yaakov, Sefer Ezra, it was not made like our Sefer Torah with 2 Atzei Chaim, with only 1 Atzei Chaim, and it was rolled from beginning to end. And therefore, it would work that it would be 2 tefachs. Still, how do you put a Sefer Torah that's too wide into 2 space? There's got to be a little space. You folded it a little bit, and then besides rolling it, and then made it smaller. Now, according to Rav Yehuda, the Sefer Torah was placed on top of the chest when the Plishtim, but that was 369 plus 14, that's 383 years before they got the chest. According to Rav Yehuda, Sefer Torah, where did they put the Sefer Torah? There was like a plank that came out of the yard. Yosef that was rested on Yosef Alei Sefer Torah. Now, Rav Meir, who held that the Sefer Torah was inside, Hai v'santem also mitzad aron. What does the pasuk mean? You shall place it to the side. My avidle. Ol mebadle, the mitnich le mitzad v'lo mitnich bene luchi. The Sefer Torah was put to the side of the 2 luchos, not in between the luchos. But it was inside the aron and atzad. Rav Meir Amudi Mech Avu Kaimi. We talked about these silver pillars. Where were they? It says me bright. It was outside of the Aron. Rav Meir Shivei Luchos Shemanach Bar Manalei. How does Rav Meir learn that? Because we learn that the Korab Yehuda Ein Ba'aron Rak, the Miud Achar Miud, came to be Marbe the Shivei Luchos. According to Rav Meir, how does he know that the Shivei Luchos were there? Nafkalei Ravuna. Dom Ravuna Maidich Siv Arona Elokim Asher Nikrash Asher Nikrash Shem Hashem Tzvakos Yoshev Akruvim Olav. Malamed Shaluchos v'Shivei Luchos Monachim Ba'aron. 2 shades. I ve'idich. What is the other person doesn't need this drasha? What does he do with this drasha? Umaboyle l'Rav Yochanan. Shem Rav Yochanan Rav Shem Ben Yochai. The name of Hashem and all of the nicknames of Hashem are in the Aron. So Rav Meir has to learn that pshat as well. How does Rav Meir learn that the Shivrei Luchos also were in the Aron? Nafkilei midetan Rav Yosef. Tan Rav Yosef. It says, Ba'esahi, Amar Hashem Elai, Psolocha Shnei Luchos Avanim Karishonim, V'achtov L'Luchos Esadvim Asher Yu Aluchos Rishim Asher Shibarta V'Samtam Ba'aron. Melamed, because Samtam is plural. Melamed Shaluchos V'Shivei Luchos Monokim Ba'aron. I V'idich, the Mandover doesn't need that drasha. What does he do with that drasha? U'moboyle, the Reish Lakish, Reish Lakish, Asher Shibarta, Amar LaKadosh Baruch Hu Moshe, Yeshakach Shibarta. That when Moshe Rabbeinu came down holding the luchos, and he saw Klal Yisrael worshiping the Egel Azav, he broke the luchos, and maybe Hashem would be upset with that. No, he gave him a Yeshakach that he broke him. Torah Rabbanan. Sidran Shel Neviim. When you're putting together a Tanakh, what's the order? So Yoshua Shoftim, Shmuel Malachim, Yirmiyah, Yechezkel, Yeshaya, Utreasar. Michte, Hosea Kodim. Hosea was the first of the Nevi'im to have a Nevu. So why isn't he listed first? Tchsiv, Tchilas Diber Hashem Hosea. What do you mean, the first Navi? We had many Nevi'im between Moshe and Hosea. So the Nevi'im who prophesied during that era, he was the first one to get Nevuah. Elohim, Hosea, Yeshaya, Amos, Micha. So fake the Gemara, like the main Hosea Bereisha. So why not put him first? Even the Siv Nevuah say, Gabi Chagai, Zechari Malachi. His Nevuahs are written near the Nevuahs of Chagai, Zechari Malachi, which is one of these Sforim and Treasar. The Chagai, Zechari Malachi, Sof Nevi'im, they were the last Nevi'im. So Choshev Lai Badayu. So they're listed there. Why is Hosea written as a separate sefer? Because the Zutter Mirkas, it's a small sefer, would get lost. Chronologically, Yeshaya Navi was before Yirmiyah and Yechezkel. Why is Yirmiyah before and Yechezkel before Yeshaya? Ligdemei Yeshaya Bereisha. Kivin Malachim Sefer Chorbana. At the end of Sefer Malachim, it talks about the Churban of the Bayis. The Yirmiyah Kula Churbane. Yirmiyah deals with the Churban. The Yechezkel Reisha Churban of his Sefer Nechemta. The beginning of Yechezkel is Churban. The end of the Yechezkel is Nechama. The Yeshaya Kula Nechemta. So Samchinin Churban al-Churban of Nechemta Lechemta. So since Sefer Malachim ends with Churban, we put Yirmiyah, which is Churban, there. Yechezkel is put next to that because it's also Churban. Then it goes to Nechama, and then Yeshayahu concludes in Nechama. Sidron Shel Ksuvim. What's the order of Ksuvim? Rus, Sefer Tehillim, Iyuv, Mishlei, Kohelet, Shirashirim, Kinos, which is Eicha, Daniel, Megillas Esther, Ezra, V'Divrei Yomi. Now, Job was in the time of Moshe Rabbeinu. Put Iyuv first. So, that's bad things happen to Iyuv. We don't want to start with bad things. So we started with Sefer Rus. Nami Puronosi, that's bad things. Because it starts off with Elimelech taking his family to Moab. They all died there. It's also bad news. Yeah, but Puronos to Isleach Achris, it ends on a good note. Rus was the ancestor of David HaMelech who praised Hashem with song. Okay, Umi Kasvan. Who wrote all of these books? Okay, Moshe Kosev Sifro. Moshe wrote Chamisha Chumshei Torah. Uparshas Bilam. The nevuah that Bilam had, that's written in Parshas Balak, is like, since it's Ba'askleperia Me'ira, like Moshe, it was separated. And Moshe wrote Ves Iyuv. Yoshua Kosev Sifro Shmona Psukim Shabbat. Yoshua wrote Yoshua and the last 8 psukim of the Torah because Moshe had died. Shmuel Kosev Sifro, V'Shoftim, V'Rus. Shmuel wrote Shmuel Aleph, Shmuel Beis, Sefer Shoftim, and Rus. David Kosev Sefer Tehillim, Al Yedei Asar Zkenim. He gathered various kapitlach from 10 other people. Al Yedei Adam Arishon, Al Yedei Malki Tzedek, Al Yedei Avram, Al Yedei Moshe, Al Yedei Heman, Al Yedei Yedutun, Al Yedei Asaf, Al Yedei Shloshos Bnei Korach. We'll stop here. Okay, So I'm leaving tomorrow to Central Europe. Is anybody interested in learning in the morning? So we don't miss tomorrow?
Tomorrow morning, I could.
Hey,
What
we're
time?
What time?
like 8, 8:30, 9, you tell me.
8 o'clock works for me, 8:30.
Yeah, 8:30 works for me, sure,
Okay.
either one.
Let's
Yeah.
do it.
8:30 probably better,
George,
8:30.
George, does that work for you?
I have to go to the dentist at that time, Ernie,
Okay,
so I'll have to not participate.
okay,
But I'll listen to you afterwards.
okay. Let's do it at 8 o'clock after
Okay.
davening. And then we will learn, so that'll cover Wednesday. We will learn Thursday night. Let's do it at 9 o'clock. Okay? 9 p.m. For me, that'll be, I think, 7 a.m.
Mm, Yeah, I think you're 9 hours, no?
So it'll be 8 a.m. I'll send you guys a text to see what time works
Okay.
for me. It may have to be 6 and if it's 8, let's see. If it's 6 a.m. for me, so that would be 6 p.m., that would be 9 p.m. Right? If it's 9 hours. That
It was
might
9 hours, yes.
that might work. But I'll confirm, and then we'll learn Friday as well. I'll tell you probably Friday morning, and we'll learn Motzei Shabbat. We'll continue learning every day. I'll just, we'll communicate. Once I get there, I'll know exactly what the time is. Okay, everybody, have a good.
Okay,
Let's see,
Have a safe trip, Ernie.
Thank you very much.
we'll see you soon.
Amen.
Amen.